हेलो एवरीवन, गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू। आज मैं आपके साथ बात करने जा रहा हूँ चैप्टर 4 कार्बन एंड इट्स कंपाउंड्स का एक इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक दैट इज फंक्शनल ग्रुप। ओके चिल्ड्रन, सो लेट्स सी व्हाट इज फंक्शनल ग्रुप। फंक्शनल ग्रुप is a part of a molecule. Functional group is a part of a molecule where most of the chemical reactions occurs. Most of the chemical reaction occurs. It means bacche, whenever we talk about the organic compound somehow consists of a functional group, and this is the functional group where most of the chemical reaction occurs. Okay, the next one is functional group is a part that effectively determines the compound's chemical properties and somehow many of its physical property as well as. It means कि functional group किसी भी मॉलिक्यूल के अंदर एक ऐसी पार्ट है, एक ऐसी यूनिट है जहां पे उनका केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज डिटरमाइन की जाती है, वहां से उनकी केमिकल प्रॉपर्टीज को डिटरमाइन की जाती है एज वेल एज मेनी ऑफ इट्स फिजिकल प्रॉपर्टीज. नेक्स्ट वन अबाउट द फंक्शनल ग्रुप इज व्हाट. Functional group are common and a specific arrangements of atoms. This is a specific arrangements of atoms which imparts, which means which gives predictable reactivity एंड द प्रॉपर्टीज टू ए मॉलिक्यूल. किसी भी ऑर्गेनिक मॉलिक्यूल की क्या प्रॉपर्टीज होगी, उनकी किस तरह की प्रॉपर्टी होगी, ये पूरी तरह से इम्पार्ट करता है कौन? तो फंक्शनल ग्रुप. ड्यू टू व्हाट? ड्यू टू अ स्पेसिफिक अरेंजमेंट ऑफ atoms. Due to a specific arrangement of atoms. Next one regarding functional group is what? It is actually a action group. Action group means what? Action group means what? कि whenever we talk about the organic compound, it obviously consists of certain functional group, and that functional group are always active during the chemical process. That is why this is an action group, and also the site of chemical reactivity in a compound. And किसी भी organic compound के अंदर reactions किस जगह पे होगी, किस स्पॉट पे होगी, उसे हम बोलेंगे कि वो साइट आपका फंक्शनल ग्रुप होगा. ओके, सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट द डिफिनेशन ऑफ और द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ फंक्शनल ग्रुप. That is, a functional group is a part of a molecule where most of its chemical reaction occur. Second, it is the part that effectively determines the compounds of a chemical properties and many of its physical property as well. Functional group are common and a specific arrangement. That is एक certain arrangement है इनके atoms का, जिसकी वजह से ये एक खास properties को किसी भी organic molecule के अंदर impart करते हैं. Functional group actually called as action group for any organic molecule, and where also site of chemical reactivity in a compound, and this is the site. Site means a spot. Site means a spot where reaction occurs actually. For example, carboxylic acid is a functional group. Carboxylic acid, that is COOH, having the structure C bonded to oxygen with a double bond and one oxygen with a single bond, like this. Okay. Second one is ester. Ester is another organic compound which consists of a functional group COOR, having this a structure in which carbon also bonded with one oxygen through a double bond and then connected through a single bond with another oxygen. Next one is aldehyde, having functional group CHO, having once again in which carbon bonded to oxygen with a double bond and bonded with other hydrogen with a single bond. Next one is ketone, having functional group double bond CO, which means in which carbon connected with bonded with oxygen through a double bond and these two bonds are vacant. Okay. Alcohol, having functional group OH, and this is the structure. Alkene and alkyne also is a functional group. It means all these are the functional group which actually imparts the behavior of chemical properties. Next one is the ether is another functional group, and halide, that is halogen, which is represented by X, where X is fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine. So these four constitute halogen group, and where compound consists of halogen group, it means that organic compound is halide. Okay. For example, we once again consider how this is organic compound now classified. Organic compound हम लोग दो aspects में study करते हैं. First one is hydrocarbon and second one is derivatives of hydrocarbon. You know, children, compounds of carbon and hydrogen only is said to be hydrocarbon, and the simplest hydrocarbon is alkane having formula RH. Okay, where R is any alkyl group which formed by replacing these hydrogen from alkane. Okay, so when this hydrogen replaced by a certain group, here P is a certain group of atom or kind of atom which we called here functional group. Okay, and when this group replaces hydrogen from alkane, the resultant compound becomes Rp, where P is a functional group, and this compound is known as derivatives of hydrocarbon. Actually, Rp is derived by RH, which is a hydrocarbon. That's why this is called derivatives of hydrocarbon. So derivatives of hydrocarbon consist of two parts. First one is R, that is any alkyl group, and P, which is a functional group. And now this is the P actually responsible for the behavior of chemical compound, or it is the site where chemical reaction happens. For example, this is the reaction happens in which RCOOH. RCOOH means, children, that is carboxylic acid. This is carboxylic acid. So this is carboxylic acid, which is a functional group. Now this compound consists of a functional group called carboxylic acid. Now this compound reacts with a base NaOH. Okay. So the resulting compound becomes the sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Sodium salt of carboxylic acid. Okay, so now what happens here, children? From this compound, this is the side where actual chemical reaction happens. So now we observe कि this H from this functional group replaced by a sodium to form this compound, and this is what we actually say in the first definition, that is functional group is a part of the molecule where the most of the chemical reaction occurs. So hopefully, children, you understand this very easily, and hopefully we are going to next lecture for the functional group and their nomenclature about the functional group in the next episode. So thank you, have a very nice day.